what was going on in your life when you picked up fitness full time?
I started working out after I had my son.
Mm-hmm.
Before I had him, I really wasn't like an active person. I didn't do sports in high school. I didn't like to sweat. I didn't like to be long-winded. Like,
None of that stuff.
I was not that. But then after I had him,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really like the way, that my body changed during that time. And that's kind of what got me into fitness. I didn't realize, it was really big to me to gain weight, gain muscle.
Yeah.
And I never realized that I could have just this whole time I've been doing that with just weightlifting and training and everything. So
you never exercised pre-pregnancy?
No, I really didn't. Maybe I would do like a little Pilates or like a little like workout video, but it wasn't doing anything.
Wow.
It wasn't
that's hard though.
Yeah.
Because how long did it take you to get going in the fitness after your baby?
I would say it probably took a year, maybe a year or two. I kind of researched online. I was doing YouTube and like Instagram, looking at other influencers to kind of see like what they were doing. So, I mean, it took me a while to even really like get a gym membership and actually get in the gym. For a while, I was just doing like little at-home workouts, and like slowly by slowly, I was just like, increasing the weight.
So you don't look like you had a baby. How long did it take you to get your body to where you're at today?
I would say that probably took about 2 years.
And how old is your baby now?
He just turned 8.
Oh, you've been at this journey for a while. Okay. All right, that's good. That's still a dope story. I've never heard that. I've never heard of it like that. You picked it up after pregnancy. That's dope. You think if you had picked it up before pregnancy, your delivery would have been easier?
Maybe. I never really thought about that question. Maybe yes. I kind of do wish that I was active before, even when I was pregnant. Like I'm seeing so many people now that are working out pregnant, and I think that that's an amazing thing. I think a lot of women like shy away from that because they think it's like not safe, and it's been proven to be okay. So maybe it would have been an easier delivery if I had done it before.
Okay. How long did it take you to get going in the fitness after your baby?
I would say it probably took a year, maybe a year or two. I kind of researched online. I was doing YouTube and like Instagram, looking at other influencers to kind of see like what they were doing. So, I mean, it took me a while to even really like get a gym membership and actually get in the gym. For a while, I was just doing like little at-home workouts, and like slowly by slowly, I was just like, increasing the weight.
So you don't look like you had a baby. How long did it take you to get your body to where you're at today?
I would say that probably took about 2 years.
And how old is your baby now?
He just turned 8.
Oh, you've been at this journey for a while. Okay. All right, that's good. That's still a dope story. I've never heard that. I've never heard of it like that. You picked it up after pregnancy. That's dope. You think if you had picked it up before pregnancy, your delivery would have been easier?
Maybe. I never really thought about that question. Maybe yes. I kind of do wish that I was active before, even when I was pregnant. Like I'm seeing so many people now that are working out pregnant, and I think that that's an amazing thing. I think a lot of women like shy away from that because they think it's like not safe, and it's been proven to be okay. So maybe it would have been an easier delivery if I had done it before.
Okay. All right, that's great, man. That's a great story, because most people are usually in it. They go into pregnancy, and then it takes a while, and then they work their way back. But you started after pregnancy. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel out of place when you go in the gym? Like when you first started, did you ever feel like, why am I here?
Yeah, a little bit. I think I knew the results I wanted. It's really easy to go in there and get discouraged, especially, it's hard to not like compare yourself with somebody else that's been in the gym for years. There's plenty of women I was like, she has the ideal physique that I want, and I'm not there yet. And I think that I definitely would feel out of place sometimes, and just like, still insecure about my body and the way that I look. So it definitely took some time and some confidence building to get to not feeling that way being in the gym.
Okay. So do you feel like the gym built your confidence?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. I
know
definitely feel like that.
That's how I see a lot of people. I feel like that myself. Like, what was your biggest struggle when you first started working out?
I would say probably the consistency, making the time to actually get to the gym, and then figuring out how to balance my diet with working out, because I didn't realize for the longest time that those two correlate. So I would go in there, I'm doing like this hard workout, lots of cardio, and I'm like, I'm not seeing anything, and I think that's I had to figure out how to balance those out. Once I got that, I was like, oh, okay, this is what I needed to be doing, the whole time.
Did motherhood affect that? Like being a new mom, you're balancing diet and gym, but you also have to balance when to pick your kid up and when to be a mom. So did motherhood affect like your growth in fitness?
Yeah, I think it definitely did take a little bit of adjusting, when I first had him, I didn't have a bunch of help, like childcare wise, but it was starting to become something that was really important to me. It was kind of like non-negotiable. I have to get to the gym, and I had to figure out ways, to make that happen. And sometimes that was kind of difficult to kind of move things around so I could make that happen and figure out like my schedule and my routine. Definitely. Yeah.
I'm sorry. You started your fitness after your pregnancy. Did you begin fitness to maintain that weight, or were you trying to drop the weight? Because you don't seem like you put on weight during pregnancy. You look like you would have just all belly. Like,
yeah, I definitely did have all belly. I had a lot of water weight, and I'm not going to lie to you, I was just eating whatever I wanted to when I was pregnant, and I didn't realize for the longest time until somebody said to me, like, you look like you've been eating good, and then I saw it in, like, my face and everything, and I was like, oh, I look, like, big, and then after I had him, and, a few pounds started shedding off, then I was like, actually, I like this. Like, I've never been, like, this, like, thick before. That was probably, like, around, like, 140 pounds, and I thought I was going to be able to keep that. But then I started breastfeeding my son, and then all of that just started dropping off, like really, really quick. And then I realized one day, like, I don't have any of that anymore. I'm just pretty much back to like my pre-pregnancy weight.
So you wanted the weight?
I wanted the weight.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So that's why. So did you? Breastfeeding was causing you to lose weight. Did you eat more?
I was definitely not eating enough. I didn't really, I think that you have to eat probably twice as much if you're going to breastfeed, but it was busy. I was a new mom. I was stressed. So sometimes I wouldn't even do, 3 meals a day. Like I thought I was eating okay, but when you're breastfeeding, they're taking all the nutrients from you. So, I wasn't really retaining any of that.
Yeah. Okay. That's man. So what would you say to another female that just had a baby that wants to go into fitness? What advice would you give them?
I would say to be patient with yourself. I think that, again, like, it's really easy for women to compare, like after it's like, oh, why did she lose the weight so fast? Or, it's just everybody has different goals of what they want to look like after that. And I think you really need to be patient because it's going to take a while for your body to, readjust after all of that.
How do you balance fit life and mom life?
So I work part-time. Pretty much our schedule is like, when I'm working, I get off, I go pick up my son, and then we go to the gym. He's so used to that now, like he's so used to my routine that sometimes I'm like, actually, I'm going to skip the gym today, and he wants to go, like he's used to that routine. So I feel like I balance it pretty well. There are some times where, I don't have childcare on some day or something, and sometimes I have to like figure out, you know, when am I going to go in, like later this week, those kind of things. But I feel like I figured out a way, you know, where it's really important to me that I'm going to get there.
Do you think fitness is important in a relationship?
Yes.
So whoever you date in the future has to be into the fitness. Why is
that? Well, it's not even just about like physique. I think it's also like, what is that? Health is wealth. Like you don't want to be like 50, 60 years old. And so many people are, and like their bodies are breaking down. They look much older than that.
Yeah, 30 or 40.
Yeah, and like that's not okay. It's not normal. You know, my dad, he's 75 and he's still running around the track, and people don't think he looks like he's 75, and that's because he prioritized fitness like in his younger days, and that's going to show as you get older. So I think that's important too. You know, like I want my partner to live as long as possible. I want them to be healthy. I want them to put stuff in their body that's healthy for them, but I also want them to look good too.
Yeah.
So
what's a gym behavior that annoys you? You see other people do.
I hate loud grunting. You know, like that really irritates me.
Yeah.
Grunting, like just like unnecessary cussing to the point where it's like you're just like being disruptive. And like I don't know how you couldn't possibly like realize that you're being disruptive.
Yeah.
You know, like I'll do like sets that I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is so hard, and I'm like breathing heavy, but like never have I ever been like, oh, like like I just don't like that. It's usually men. I'm sorry. I rarely have ever seen like women doing that. I feel like we're usually just very like, oh, I'm like sweating, like I'm breathing heavy, but like I can't stand that.
Cardio or weights?
I do like cardio, and when I first oh wait, you said quick questions, but I'm gonna say this anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
I used to, that was another thing, when I first started working out, I would just run. Like I wasn't really doing like a lot with weights, like when I first started. And I still love to run and I still love cardio, but I try to like balance that out. You said running or cardio
or weightlifting.
So I probably would say weightlifting, but I wouldn't want to like,
eliminate cardio. Okay. Do you shower at the gym or do you go home to shower?
I will do both today because I had class.
So you will ride your funky ass from the gym all the way back home to take a shower?
Okay, hang on. You're not okay. Today I showered at the gym because I had class.
Okay.
But if it's like I'm going straight home, you know, sometimes those showers be like kind of grimy.
You said you stopped at Starbucks, so you left the gym.
Not after the gym.
So you go from the gym straight home every time?
Yeah, usually. I mean, like if I have to stop for gas, like no one's gonna smell me. Like,
what about the grocery store? What if you gotta stop at the grocery store?
Okay, now everybody's gonna judge me.
Okay.
Most of the time, it's at the gym, but
I'm just teasing, man.
Sometimes I just don't feel like
because sometimes those gyms, man, I'm just teasing, but I would take my funky ass all the way home to go shower. I'm not getting into those gyms. So, what do you think scares women the most to begin a fitness journey?
I think that part of it could be not knowing where to start or like what workouts to do, but I do think it's interesting that you said that, you know, you're gonna show them what to do and they still don't come. So maybe it's just not like important to them yet. They don't really want it bad enough. Because I think, like, I know a couple of people that like they'll go in like one time and they're like, I think I'm seeing results. I'm like, that's impossible.
That's very impossible.
Like that's actually impossible. You're not seeing anything.
Yeah.
And it's going to take more than that. And then, you know, once they are a little bit consistent and then they're like, oh, I can't do this anymore. Like they fall off, and then it takes them a while to like get back on. But yeah, I think that it could be like a lack of confidence of not knowing like what to do in the gym.
Did you ever suffer any setbacks from fitness? Like injuries, pulled muscles, or any of that? Like
Actually,
when you first started?
I don't think that I did. Yeah, I've never broken anything.
Never pulled anything?
Like, it's not something that I'm like, oh, it hurt for like a couple days, and then.
So you like the LeBron James of fitness?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.